Right, the old school chocolate cake is so easy to make. And when you're eating it, it just brings back memories to your childhood when you used to have this in school. I done mine with chocolate custard, so even better, but let's make it. Right, so you're going to start off with 400 grams of butter. Set the scales to 0 and then 400 grams of sugar. We keep all the measurements the same weight. And if you put too much, just take it out like I do. So 400 grams. And then get your hand mixer. Mix them two together. It will start looking like scrambled eggs, and that is what you want. And then you're going to need 8 medium eggs. And that does weigh about 400 grams. So just put them all into a jug. Do not whisk them or anything. Obviously one of mine cracked, but it's fine. And then when you're adding them into the bowl, add them in one by one. Don't just tip them all in, just add them in one by one. Give that a good mix together. And then you're going to need some self-raising flour. So put it back on the scales and set it to 0. Now, normally you would put 400 grams of this in, but for this, you're going to add 325 grams of the flour. And then you are going to add 75 grams of the cocoa powder. And that adds up to the 400 grams. Now, before I stick my hand mixer back in, I'll just mix it together. I add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And then just go back in with your hand mixer. Give it a good mix until it's all mixed together. Now, I've got some cake release. So I'll just put some of that in a tray and brush it all about. If you don't have any of that, just grease your tray with some butter. It'll be fine. That's what I normally use anyway, but my mum got me some of that. Spread the mix out into the tray evenly. Now, I'll put this in the oven at 150 for about an hour. Obviously, make sure your cake is cooked. I let mine cool down. Then I'll get a chopping board, some parchment paper, and I'll flip the cake upside down and take the tray out. It's better to decorate the bottom of the cake. Right, now for your chocolate icing. You're going to want 400 grams of icing sugar. So weigh that out on the scales. And then you're going to want 50 grams of the cocoa powder. Now for this part, you can either use milk or water. It's up to you. I normally use water, but this time I've used milk. And you want to add this in very slowly, just bit by bit, because you do not want to flood it. And it changes very, very quickly. Like, as you can see here, it's coming together already. So you just want to add bit by bit until you're happy with the consistency. I was happy with this, so I'll just tip it all over the bottom of the cake. It starts to spread itself out anyway. And then I'll just spread it out evenly. And I'll just use my butter knife to do that. And then I picked up these in the reduced part in Tesco's. Sometimes I'll just add chocolate sprinkles to the top, but where I see these today, I thought, I'm going to get them for the cake. Honestly, if you loved eating this at school, then make this cake, because it'll probably be the best thing you do that day. And look how easy it is to make. It's all the same weighing method. You literally cannot go wrong with this. But just cook it on a low, like I said, at 150 for around an hour, maybe just over. But obviously check the cake is cooked. Let it cool down and then decorate. And then look at the chocolate custard. Oh my God. Stop it, honestly. We well enjoyed this. Even the kids absolutely love it.